Layton Croft here. It's a gorgeous afternoon, Wednesday, May the 5th, 2021. I'm on the top of the former Brewer gold mine here in Chesterfield County, South Carolina. Right behind me is Logan Drilling. They are diamond drilling on phase 2. Right here, we're building on our success with phase 1, particularly holes 4 and 5. This will technically be hole number 8, sonic hole number 3 through the backfill. The rock is looking great. The drilling is going well. I think we're down about 140 meters below surface. And the sonic hole, I think, was about 45, 50 meters. So we're making good progress here. 50 meters due south of this hole is going to be the next hole. And then 50 meters due east of that is this hole right here. You can see where the sonic hole is collared with this white PVC pipe right here where I'm walking. And then about a couple of 100 meters due east there into the former B6 pit will be the fourth of the phase 2 holes. And that will just be the beginning of phase 2. We plan to do some more holes after that, but we wanted to see what the core looked like. We wanted to see what some of the results are before we go. But so far, phase 2 is going really well. We got all of the samples from the 4 sonic holes that we drilled already at the lab in SGS. They were there on Monday at noon. So they've been there for 2 days, and we'll see what those results look like in a few weeks. I also want to say that this morning we're excited that Paradigm Capital of Toronto initiated formal research coverage on PanCon resources. So this is exciting for us. Don Blythe is a partner and a senior analyst at Paradigm, and he wrote the report. So that's encouraging. On Monday of this week, May the 3rd, I was interviewed by a journalist out of California, and he goes by the name Sully. And Sully hosts a daily TV show that gets broadcast into, I think, more than 100 million TV homes around the world in multi-countries. And it was a fun interview. It was about 6 minutes long. It's called the BigBizz Show. It's kind of nice, and we wanted just to show you the interview from that. So that's all for now.
So look at we got an email about a CEO.
What?
By the name of Layton Croft. He is with a company called Pan Continental Resources. They are publicly traded under the stock symbol PUCCF. PUCCF. They are also traded up on the Toronto Stock Exchange under the stock symbol PUC. And you can go to PanCon Resources, P-A-N-C-O-N, panconresources.com. It's Carolina Gold. That's where the gold rush started, Rusty.
No kidding.
In 1800s is what happened. And here to talk about gold overall and then talk about his company is our good friend Layton Croft, who this is how you get to talk to CEOs.
I know, this is cool.
Viewers tell us, we get you and we deliver. Layton, how are you, sir? Good to talk to you.
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Good. Hey, listen, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Gold went out of favor for a couple of years. And then suddenly last year, gold came back into favor, and now we're staring down the barrel of 1800 again. You're up, 1.3% on the gold futures today. Is this because of all the stimulus that, with a devalued dollar threat? Because I'm going to tell you, 5 years ago, gold was kind of a yawner, and now you guys are right at the perfect place at the perfect time. Talk about that a little bit.
I think stimulus is a key part of it. You nailed that. But the other thing is, like all commodities, this is cyclical. We've been in a pretty down market since 2011. You saw kind of gold peek its head back up in early 2016. It kind of went sideways for a while. But last year, as you said, it came back up. I think we're at the beginning of a very strong bull market in gold.
Yeah, and what's interesting here is that gold needs to be a part of everyone's portfolio. Whether it be in physical gold or an exchange-traded fund or a company that you can invest in that deals with gold. Talk to us about where you think, based upon the political environment across the world now, there's a ton of stimulus being done. Doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. So am I correct in saying that this is the right space to be in this very moment in history?
I think it's a fantastic space to be in. Gold is good. I think we've got a long run in front of us. A lot of mines spend about $1,000 to produce an ounce of gold. Today, as you just said, we're just flirting with 1,800 an ounce. I think there's only one direction for the next few years here.
Layton Croft is his name, President and CEO of Pan-Continental Resources. Once again, they are publicly traded under the stock symbol PUCCF. You can go to panconresources.com, but it is about Carolina Gold because you're located in South Carolina. And talk about your company, because this is really interesting. You have a project called the Brewer Gold Project. I'll let you take over.
Well, thanks for that. Yeah, and you said at the top that, the first gold was discovered in all of North America right outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, where I live, where I'm sitting right now, in 1798. The first gold rush in all of North America was in South Carolina. Charlotte was built on gold mines. So there's a lot of gold here. Alaska, California, Yukon. When the gold rush happened in the mid-1800s, people left here. The Civil War was really disruptive. So the gold industry here really kind of never came back, but the gold didn't go anywhere. So we're exploring a former gold mine. 178,000 ounces was mined in the 1980s and 1990s. But they just focused on the top of this hill where it had oxidized. But underneath there's a whole bunch of non-oxidized gold and copper, and we're just getting started. It was out of private hands for 20 years. The government took it over because the previous miner abandoned the site. But we're there now. We're exploring. We've got some excellent early success. We drilled 7 holes, and of those so far that we've reported, 2 of them have very strong gold and copper results, including an intersection of almost 182 meters of 1.24 grams gold. That's like a 22-story building of very high-grade gold.
Wow.
So we're really excited.
How did you guys come across that project? Because Layton, from interviewing mining companies from magnesium to silver to gold over the last couple of decades, there's a bidding process that goes on there, isn't there? I mean, isn't it sort of like first to market, first to win? How did you guys get a hold of the thing?
I mentioned earlier that we sort of saw gold have an uptick in early 2016. It was around that time that our company picked up some land around the Brewer Gold Project, because usually the best place to find a gold mine is at or near a former gold mine. So we've been looking at this area for 4 years. And then the government sort of organized a tender process in 2019. We competed. We picked up a great partner to help us de-risk on the environmental side. And in early 2020, we won. We raised some money. Right before COVID, raised some more money. We've been drilling, and we've got another 2.5 years under this exclusive option agreement to explore and develop a new mine, and then hopefully buy the property and build a new mine.
So so the question I have for mines, during COVID, what was it like during COVID to be in the mining business, and what does the next 18 months look like now that we're seeing light at the end of the tunnel?
Well, it was really different for different projects. We were quite fortunate that our geologists live in this area. We didn't have to worry about people crossing borders. So we weren't really that delayed by COVID. The supply chain, I think, is where you saw the bottlenecks. The next 18 months, I mean, I tell you what, I think we're just ready to go here. It's opening up. We have great suppliers in terms of drilling, in terms of labs, and great local labor supply too. So we're very bullish.
Well, listen, I would love to have you back on the air with us at some point, because I mean, we need a gold expert here.
Yes.
His name, by the way, Layton Croft. Layton Croft is his name.
Of course, we're looking forward to the sample that you're mailing him.
Oh yeah, most companies will send us
A little something from my grill.
Some sort of sample.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.